Hello friends, in our today's video we are going to start chapter 5 Children and Women in Sports. In this video we will discuss our new topic sports participation of women in India, consideration, monarchy and dysfunction. Next topic is female athlete trait. इन फीमेल एथलीट ट्रेड में हम देखेंगे ओस्टोपोरोसिस, अमेनोरिया एंड ईटिंग डिसऑर्डर्स. नाउ वी विल स्टार्ट फर्स्ट टॉपिक स्पोर्ट्स पार्टिसिपेशन ऑफ वुमेन इन इंडिया. नाउ लेट्स सी स्पोर्ट्स पार्टिसिपेशन ऑफ वुमेन इन इंडिया. The top sports in India are field hockey, cricket, tennis, badminton, basketball, table tennis and golf. All are now played competitively by women as well. Cricket, which was considered a male domain, is being played as well by Indian women and they have won laurels for country. Let's see lack of participation. What are the reasons for participation of women in sports in India? Lack of role model, social discrimination, lack of adequate fitness, lack of safety, poor spectator interest, lack of awareness in families, lack of women-centric government policies, lack of time to dedicate to sport, masculine sports culture, and lack of education among women. These are the reasons women cannot be participated in sports or any sports activities. Let's see our next topic, special consideration, menarche and menstrual dysfunctions. First is menarche. This is the onset of menstrual bleeding in young female. Girls start to menstruate between age 10 and 15 years. The average age 12. But every girl's body has own schedule. Although there no fixed age for a girl to get her period, there are some clues that menstruation will start soon. These herald the onset of females. The female reproductive system is sensitive to stress. Physical and physiological, some sports like gymnastics and ballet tend to delay menarche. Next is menstrual dysfunction. The average menstrual cycle consists of 21 to 35 days. And menstrual bleeding of period occurs during the first 2 to 7 days of the cycle. Each cycle ends on first day of the next menstrual bleeding. Any abnormality or irregularity in this process is termed as menstrual dysfunction. It is reported that about 9 to 30% of women suffer from menstrual dysfunction of one form or the other. Let's see some common types of menstrual dysfunction are listed. First one is amenorrhea, second one is dysmenorrhea, one is perimenstrual syndrome, fourth one is menorrhagia or heavy periods. Next is irregular periods, prolonged periods, and delay in menarche. These are the some menstrual dysfunctions. Now first one is amenorrhea. A case of delayed menarche, a case of absence of menstrual period for 6 months or more after the last period is called as amenorrhea. Sometimes it may be absent for years. There are a host of causes of amenorrhea, such as intensive exercise on a regular basis, eating disorders, hormonal changes, medications, and low birth weight. These are the symptoms of amenorrhea. Now second one is dysmenorrhea. A dysmenorrhea period accompanied by a sharp pain or cramp in lower abdominal and pelvic area is called dysmenorrhea or painful menstruation. During menstruation, the muscles of the uterus contract due to release of molecular compounds called prostaglandins and other inflammatory mediators. These are the symptoms of dysmenorrhea. Third one is perimenstrual syndrome. Experiencing symptoms like pain in the back, legs, or abdomen, irritability, mood swing, water retention, tender breast, headache, constipation, depression, or emotional stress. These are the symptoms of perimenstrual syndrome. Next one is menorrhagia or heavy period. Normally, the menstrual flow is heavy at the first, then gradually decreases. But increased and heavy flow at regular interval or a 80 ml of blood during each menstrual bleeding indicates menorrhea or heavy period. Next one is irregular period. Mostly menstrual cycle from a regular pattern of every 21 to 35 days. After 1 to 3 years from the first bleeding or menarche, for some females period might skip altogether for months or come earlier than expected. Next one is prolonged periods. On an average, the menstrual bleeding or periods last about 2 to 7 days. Prolonged periods are longer than this duration, occur at unpredictable intervals. And last one is delay in menarche. The average age of menarche in a female range from 12 to 14 years. If it is later than 14 years and above, it is a case of delayed menarche, which is also termed as primary amenorrhea at times. It may be the late as in 18 years of age or more. The points of menstrual dysfunction. Now next topic is female athletes traits. It is a serious disorder of 3 interrelated medical conditions: energy deficiency with or without eating disorders, menstrual disturbances and reduced bone mineral density, which is likely to cause osteoporosis. The trait usually affects teenage girls who consume less calories and exercise excessively. They may develop eating disorder and become observed with exercise in their efforts to maintain their physique. Female athletes restrict calories intake and perform intensive training and exercise to achieve low body weight to enhance sports performance. Therefore, they are at greater risk of suffering from this syndrome. These are the symptoms of female athletes traits. Now, first topic is osteoporosis. The National Institute of Health define osteoporosis as a skeletal disorder characterized by compromised bone strength predisposing a person to an increased risk of fracture. Now, first point is calories deficiency. Apart from phosphorus, calcium is a key compound of building the density and strength of bone. The recommended daily requirement of calories in the body is 1000 to 15 milligram. Insufficient calories in the body causes other organs such as the heart, muscles, nerves. These are the main. The individual therefore come under the risk of develop osteoporosis. Second point is amenorrhea. Our bones are constantly breaking down and rebuilding again to maintain their structure and strength. Estrogen is essential to keep a balance between the two and help absorption of calcium. Since amenorrhea, women have decreased estrogen level in the body. It also disturbs the remodeling process in bones. There are two types of amenorrhea. First one is primary amenorrhea and second one is secondary amenorrhea. Primary amenorrhea, when the first bleeding of menarche does not begin by the age of 12 to 14 years. The more in a female, it is termed as primary amenorrhea. In some cases does not start even by the age of 18 years or above. Secondary amenorrhea, after experiencing regular menstrual period for an average duration. If a woman stops having it for 6 months or more, it is called secondary amenorrhea. Anorexia nervosa is an eating disorder in which the patient have an obsessive fear of gain weight. They have an unrealistic perception of body image and view themselves as overweight even when they are clearly underweight. Typically, the patient has less than 85% of the expected weight. There are two types of anorexia nervosa. First one is restrictive and second one is purging or binge eating type. Restricting type. In this form of anorexia, consumption of food is severely restricted in various ways, such as maintaining count that is too low for the body requirement, limiting certain type of food, eating only one meal a day, etc. The patient also reduce weight effectively through excessive rules like drastic exercising. And second one is purging or binge eating type. In this type of anorexia, the restriction of food intake is accompanied by binge eating and purging phases. Let's see the causes of anorexia. First one is psychological factor, second one is social factor, and third one is biological factor. Let's see psychological factor. Patients tend to be perfectionists and learn towards anxiety and depression. In their desire to be perfect, they subject themselves to strict diet and exercise regimes which they might not need in the first place. Second one is social factor. For over a country, we have been living in a culture that prize thinness with zero size model and celebrities perceived as having the ideal type. The pressure to conform to this standard comes from the media and even peers, family and colleagues. Third one is biological factor. Sometimes biological factors might trigger anorexia nervosa. Genetic inheritance, for example, might make some people more unable to developing anorexia than others. Let's see the symptoms of anorexia nervosa. One is physical symptoms, second one is emotional and behavioral symptoms. First one is physical symptoms. Massive weight loss, abnormal blood counts, fatigue, insomnia, dizziness, discoloration of figures, constipation, dry or yellowish skin, irregular heartbeat, low blood pressure, dehydration, osteoporosis, swelling of arms or legs, absence of menstruation, thin hair on the head, becoming brittle or falling out easily. These are physical symptoms. Second one is emotional and behavioral system. Obsession with weight and calories count, which might manifest in the dieting regime, constant measurement of body weight, abuse of diet pills, even when injured or ill, ritualistic eating habits such as chewing and spitting food, cutting food into tiny pieces, eating alone, hiding food, avoidance of food in general or avoidance of certain type of food ingredient like fat, carbohydrate, obsession with physical appearance. Bulimia nervosa is a psychological and life-threatening eating disorder described by the ingestion of the abnormally large amount of food in short time period, followed by the attempt to avoid gaining weight by purging what was consumed. Basically, there are two types of bulimia nervosa. First one is purging type, second one is non-purging type. First one is purging type. This type of accounts for a majority of cases of these suffering from the eating disorder. In this form, individuals regularly engage in self-induced vomiting or abuse of laxatives, diuretics, or enzymes after a period of binging. Second one is non-purging type. In this form of individual is used other inappropriate method of compensation for binge episode such as excessive exercising or fasting. In this case, the typical form of purging such as self-induced vomiting are not regularly utilized. Let's see causes of bulimia. First one is the exact causes of bulimia nervosa is currently unknown. Though it is thought that multiple factors contribute to the development of these eating disorders, including genetic, environmental, psychological, and cultural influences. Some main causes include: first one is stressful transition or life changes, history of abuse or trauma. Second one is negative body image. Third one is poor self-esteem. And last one is profession or activity that focus on appearance or performance. These are the causes of bullying. Let's see the sign and symptoms of bulimia. First one is constant weight fluctuation. Next one is broken blood vessels within the eyes. Next one is enlarged glands in the neck and under the jawline. Next one is oral trauma such as lacerations in the lining of the mouth or throat from repetitive vomiting. Next one is chronic dehydration, inflammation of the esophagus, chronic gastric reflux after eating or peptic ulcer, and last one is infertility. Let's see the treatment of bulimia. First one is discontinue the binge purge cycle. The initial phase of bulimia treatment involves breaking this harmful cycle and restoring normal eating behavior. Last one is improving negative thoughts. The next phase of bulimia treatment consists of recognizing and changing irritation, beliefs about weight, body shape, and dieting. These are the treatment of bulimia.